Okay, hello dear friends, good evening. Let's talk about painting. And a lot of these works are recreation. I will tell you why it is called recreation. It's not the word we use for recreation park, your city recreation department, but recreate another painting. So a lot of this painting actually I did in front of your eyes. For example, this one, I still remember. You may see the video of these paintings. Why do I say recreation? Those painting backgrounds, they come from, for example, this one. Sometimes in class, student had fun and I had fun, we had fun, we do the background. And then class finished and then we lost our thought and did not know what to do. For example, this one, I did a city skyline and then don't know what to do. The next day I spray a lot of water and recreate another painting. So today we are going to work on the background. I'm sorry I have too much blah blah blah, but the purpose of this video is not show how good it is. They are actually not so good, but I want to share with you how much fun you can have if you have a relaxed heart, if you have a relaxed mindset. Those are the paper that students thrown away or that have done and did not find a way to continue. And this one also another way. So we play around with it and see what we can come out of it. This one particularly. And this one is a very good red color, so brilliant red color and rainbow color. You see, when something, there is a background, it makes the painting much richer. Although there are some imperfection in this painting, later on there are some dots on this painting, but it makes this painting so much more lively. Don't you agree? This one is totally lost and just to play around with this. And this painting, if I remember well, I think I did not do background. I first do the drawing. Maybe there are some little bit of no, okay, let's, I forgot how this paper was. It is very likely that I did the painting directly. And then I found only this flower, this is a magnolia flower. It is just too dry, too isolated without background. So I dab some blue color, and you can see some blue and black interwoven together and connecting together. It's not perfect, but there is a lot of fun in doing this painting. So you can see when you do a background, the background, however the painting looks like, at least the background is more even. And if you do not do a background and later on you add some background, it creates this watermark and this edge. It's a personal taste. It could be very interesting and very unique, or if you are a perfectionist, you may not like it. And all these paintings. And this one is actually from a piece of white paper, and I did not. This one is not from recycled paper. This one is from recycled paper, and one student or maybe myself just had fun and this one, and all this one is just background. Maybe we can do something. Palm tree is relatively easy to do, and you can see this one because the water is still wet, so there are some of this mark here, make it more interesting. This one is a little bit too dirty and it's hard to fix a dirty color. And this one is, although it's very messy, but the color relatively pure and clean, so there is enough contrast. And this one, I think, because the brush is too dirty and it's not easy to fix it. So when I tell students to do watercolor painting to do background, there are some rules. For example, always start from light color and always apply water. Do not use black color and dry brush at first. You know, for some masters, they can do whatever way, but for a beginner at the beginning stage, we do step by step. We try to avoid the possibility of making mistake. We try to do something that can encourage us. For example, you use a lot of water like this one, and then use pure color, dab, 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 and then leave it aside and not touch it, and let the color and let the water make the magic. And this one is a little bit, it's just a black color, hard to find any. I think the other day I was playing around with ink, and this one is a little bit too messy. And this one also from a background. So here I have some background, put a lot of water and put color. I did this one, and I did this one, and there is a lot of color. This one is recycled paper. If I use this kind of tape, the background is already uncoverable, so the back will be some drawing or something. This one is actually a student did. It's so wonderful, and there was she put this on, and I actually forgot the name of the student, but it's a wonderful piece. Maybe I will ask again and see. So you can see the edge is not very even, and here forgot. If I peel off the tape, you can see it's not. Here is white, here is colored. Will not be good. Will not be even. Don't worry. Keep on drawing. At the end, you can cut this out and then frame it onto a piece of white paper, or just cut it out if you want to make it a perfect appearance at the edge. It's very important to have a good edge, don't you agree? This one is, she had fun. She just put water, put color, this color, that color, and I made sure whenever you change color, you can change color. You can change whichever color, but clean your brush. Get a tissue paper, wash your brush, and dab your brush with tissue paper, and then change another color. I like this kind of, at least it has character, it has distinguishment, and that's interesting. I think this one I did. Still, I am not as free as, maybe I can be this free also, but at least having a different brain, having a different way of thinking really brings a lot of good of art. So, and this one is a piece of recycled paper. The background paper is totally messed up. And this one already have some dirty color, so put it aside, put it on top of that color. So the next thing we will start to do some of the watercolor. So I taped it. The good thing about taping it onto a piece of construction paper or board, I tape every time I tape 10 or 20 pieces, because when you are in the wing of doing background, you just ping, 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 and very free, and you need to do 5, 6, 10, a lot to get into the swing of doing things. And when you tape it, the paper is relatively flat, and if you do not tape, it will become wobbly. At least I am using not the most expensive, not the thickest watercolor paper. It's relatively thick, but not the best quality watercolor paper. To begin with, start with wet your watercolor a little bit so that the color is more condensed. Some of the color is not clean. I have a new set of watercolors, so so wet it a little bit. Okay, I have, and this watercolor cost nothing, around $8, $6, $8, no more than $10, let's say. So if you want to do painting, this really does not cost much. If you go to Amazon to buy a free shipping, you really do not have any excuse if you want to do something. No excuse to not to buy something that make you happy. And it costs nothing. It brings so much joy in your life. And it's better than lipstick, makeup. It's better than cigarette. It's better than alcohol. It's just a price of a burger. And anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Give yourself the treat of enjoying life, enjoying art. Okay, here I have the paper, and the brush is nothing fancy, and some old brush. Oh, this is already bad. And I want to do some background to start with. So here's the paper, and we do it vertical. So you can use one brush or two brushes, because two brush it's easier to it's more quick and effective. And big, fat, soft brush. So what do we do? Not really an idea. How about some purple? See the purple? That's good enough. Some pink. Oh, there is something wrong with this color. You know, because it's we put too much of it's been old, so the color is okay. This one I use red, little bit like sunset, and some orange. Let's stop here. Some yellow here and there. It's a little bit too even, and you do not want it to be too even, right? Some blue will work. And just randomly put color. And the thing about watercolor painting is you can just do this much. The rest is the work of the water. And make sure your brush is clean, dry it, and then you can do another piece and see what it will come up. Later on, you can do this way, that way, and let it flow and see what interesting effect you may get. And the second one. we will be pretty free on this one. See what will come up. Not in. I think I will stop here. We do not know what it will come up. And each time it's a surprise. Let's just allow it to be a surprise. And some place that's not covered, it's okay. Later on we will do some tree, do some house to cover it up. This is the second one. Now we do the third one. And this water is a little bit dirty. I am not so good at saving paper. There are some artists, especially for Chinese painting, some artists, the whole painting does not need to change color, to change water. It's just so meticulously and so good use of color. It's amazing. I better put one. Sometimes it's interesting to have some different. I will stop here for this one. And the next one, I think I will be a little bit free than this. Let's see what will come out. So do not give yourself too much rule or regulation, and do not be disappointed, because if you have too much expectation or too much rule or a particular idea inside you, then it is not easy to let go things and see how it come up. Just freely do something here and there and see how it will come up. And I still can do some. Okay, I will stop here, and sometime later we can see the result of this one. Combine a little bit. Okay, that's about it. So this is the background we do, and to make it a little bit faster, I absorb a little bit of the edge and see what it will come out. And do not force too much. For watercolor painting, it's very important to allow the freedom of water, the fluidity, the flow quality of the color. And it's very, very important, because it's different from acrylic painting or oil painting. You can force, you can cover up, you can have some different result. Watercolor, it is a very, very much the expression of the water itself. Okay, I will let it dry. A couple of minutes later or half an hour later, we will see the result of it. See you later, alligator. Okay, hello dear friends. So this is the next thing. I kind of lost what I want to do with it. And these are the backgrounds. It's kind of interesting, but I'm a little bit lost. Let me try this one. Okay, let me find some courage here. Anyway, just a piece of paper, right? What to be afraid of. think I will stop here.